You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
See anything?
Tops of some trees have been knocked down. Looks like something hit that pond. Whatever it is, it's buried and won't be easy to bring up.
Probably a meteor or something. Now I'd better call in. The woman who filed that report was hysterical. This is 11838 to post. 11838 to post. We're at Tracy's Pond to check out the area.
Copy that.
Report of a UFO supposed to have landed in the area of Hook's Landing. Appears something cut off the tops of some trees and came down in Tracy's Pond.
Listen, Bill, we've received a lot of calls from people saying that something has crashed in that area. We've contacted the FAA, and they say that all area air traffic in the Northeast is grounded due to weather, so be careful.
Bill!
Yeah, hold on a sec. Yeah?
There's tracks here coming from the pond.
There appears that something came out of the pond.
What do you mean something came out of the pond, Bill? What are you talking about?
Well, we don't know yet.
We can't get a copter up there tonight, and some of the roads are blocked with slides, so you guys are on your own. Be careful, and call us when you get something. Oh, and by the way, the bridge up there has been weakened by the storm. The road commission has the bridge blocked off.
We're going to check out that 50s diner off of Route 20. If you can't get a hold of us on the radio, that's where we'll be. 10-4.
10-4.
No question about it. Something left that pond. Went through those woods over to that diner.
Well, there's a bus up there. Suppose that came out of the pond too.
Very funny.
Well, let's see where the tracks lead.
A wintry February night, in the year 1976. Order of events: a phone call from a frightened woman notating the arrival of an unidentified flying object, and the checkout you've just witnessed, with 2 state troopers verifying this event. But with nothing more enlightening to add beyond the evidence of some tracks leading across the road to a 1950s diner. You've heard of trying to find a needle in a haystack? Well, stay with us now and you'll be part of an investigating team whose mission is not to find that proverbial needle. No, their task is even harder. You've got to find a Martian in a diner, and you'll search for them because you've just landed in the Twilight Zone.
Evening, officers.
Good evening.
Are you the bus driver?
That's right, officer. What's the problem?
The bridge up ahead is closed. The storm's weakened the supports. The road crew says there's a possibility it could come down.
Well, I can't turn around. There's a rock slide that came down behind me after I turned off. It's blocking the road.
Looks like you're stuck for the night.
Till morning, anyhow.
Till morning? I have a meeting in Boston at 9 a.m.
Then you better start walking, miss. Because that bus doesn't move until they fix the bridge. Or they could drop you a Harley.
So try to get comfortable as possible and get a little hot food in you.
Oh, that's great. That's just fine, isn't it? Get comfortable and eat a little hot food. That's precious little consolation for me missing my meeting in Boston. You know, it's a great little bus line you work for, isn't it? They care so much about their schedules, don't they?
I wouldn't be so critical, miss. The company has no control over the weather, bridges, or hillsides that decide to come down and block the road. If you want to blame someone, blame Mother Nature, or better yet, next time on the car.
Well, what do you think?
Well, they were all on the bus, weren't they?
What's the trouble, officers? You looking for somebody?
Driver, you have a passenger manifest?
Passenger manifest? Where do you think I got parked out there? The jet? Officer, that's a bus that's been in service a long time, and business is lousy. My company would run pop and Canada if we can make a profit. I don't ask passenger names, and we help them in. We're glad to have them, with or without names.
Well, do you know how many you had on board?
6, unless one of them fell when he hit a pothole. I picked up 6, and I'm supposed to deliver 6 in Boston.
Well, if nobody fell out, somebody must have jumped in. Because there's 7 here now.
Coffee, officers?
Thanks. Now tell me, was there anybody in here before the bus pulled in?
No, and to tell you the truth, the weather's been so bad, no one's been in since this morning. I was thinking about closing up early and getting out of here myself.
Well, I can tell you this. There was no one in here when we came in.
Where'd the 7th person come from?
Beats me.
Alright, which one of you was not on the bus?
We were all on that bus. What kind of interrogation is this anyway? If we're gonna be questioned, I want my lawyer present.
That's a good one. First, she wants a motorcycle. Then, she wants a lawyer.
I don't remember seeing you on that bus.
That's quite funny, because I don't remember seeing you either. Makes one of us a liar, don't it?
This is stupid. What difference does it make who was on the bus or who wasn't? Or whether there were 6, 7, or 120? Is this a diner or FBI headquarters?
Now take it easy, miss. Officer, what's this all about anyway?
Did you hear anything fly overhead tonight?
Fly over this place? No, I didn't hear a thing.
Lord Trooper Post got a call about 2 hours ago. A woman reported she heard something fly over the area and crash.
Fly over here? From where?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out. We contacted the FAA, and they said all the surrounding airports are shut down due to the weather.
Well, how about that? A UFO? Well, nothing's come down tonight except bad weather. That's all I've seen for 2 days. Where did this woman say it crashed?
Close to here.
To where?
Look, something came down in Tracy's pond. We left the trail of broken treetops before it hit, and we followed the tracks from the pond to here.
To where?
To this diner.
You mean something landed in Tracy's pond and then came in here? That's crazy. No one's been in here since 11 this morning. That is, no one until...
Until me and my passengers, me and 6 people. That means 1 person here.
Michael, I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
Take it easy, honey. There's nothing to get all worked up about. I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
Officer, is this some kind of sick joke? Because if it is, I don't find it very amusing.
This is no joke, lady.
Now let me get this straight. You mean to tell me that there's 1 person in this diner that landed in some kind of spacecraft or something, and they came in here?
And they came in here with us?
Well, that's just not possible because we would have seen them.
Maybe not. With the weather, the wind's blowing and it's dark, we climbed off that bus with our eyes closed to get out of the wind. Under those conditions, anyone could have walked in here with us and no one would have noticed.
But if you were all on the bus together, wouldn't you remember who the other passengers were?
Not necessarily. Everyone got on the bus at Hook's Landing, where the weather is just as bad as it is here. Everyone hustled onto the bus. To tell you the truth, I didn't look at who got on. I just counted heads.
She's just like science fiction. That's what she is. A regular Ray Bradbury story. 6 humans and 1 monster from outer space. You wouldn't happen to have an eye in the back of your head, now, would you?
Look, I find you offensive. You know that?
So, what do we do now?
Listen, lady, this isn't exactly a routine call for us either. I've got a lot of crazy calls in my life, but never one like this.
Well, you can cross us off. My sister and me, we're together and we're human.
Us too. My wife hasn't been out of my sight all day. We're in the clear.
Except when we use the restrooms.
Right, except when we use the restrooms. Honey, why are you looking at me like that?
Michael, I could have swore you had a scar on your chin.
Connie, you know I've never had a scar on my chin.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're all going to get so frightened that everyone's going to start picking up invisible clues and accusing everyone else of being an alien. This is nonsense.
Well, of course it's nonsense. If a wife suddenly starts questioning whether her husband is really her husband, well, of course I could.
And just what are you staring at? Oh, come on. I've been your sister for 23 years. I think that's long enough to know who's family and who isn't. So stop staring at me as if I just put on a Halloween mask.
I love this. She don't know who he is. She don't know who she is. We don't know who she is. And this lemon sucker here, she's the most suspicious of the bunch.
You got a back entrance to this place?
Sure, why?
Go back there and lock it.
Well, it's already locked. If that certain somebody really is from outer space, then they'll just walk through the walls.
Check them for weights! Check them for weights! Look under their coats!
Excuse me, do you have identification, sir?
Left it down in the pond in my spaceship.
Who won the World Series last year?
What is this? Some sort of a prolonged joke?
I get it! New York Yankees won it! Took 4 out of 7 from the Cincinnati Reds. Sharp boys. Real sharp boys. You didn't figure us Martians would know nothing about a great American pastime, did you? Huh?
You got identification, miss?
Actually, I don't. I packed it in my suitcase and shipped it on ahead by mistake.
And what's your name, miss?
Marilyn McConnell. I'm a professional dancer.
Let's see your legs, kiddo. Are they cute? How many you got?
I'm gonna belt you, Grandpa.
I know she was on the bus.
And how's that?
Let's just say I noticed.
Well, thank you.
But who noticed him? How do we know you're the same one driving the bus? Huh? Ain't no one been ruled out yet? That's for sure.
Look, let's cut this whole farce out right now. We'll all show our identifications and put a stop to this whole ridiculous thing.
Then how are you going to explain the extra person in here?
Yes, how about that?
Very simple. The driver is mistaken. 7 people got on the bus and he thought there were only 6.
Not a chance. I always count heads before I take off. There were 6 people.
Miss, what you need to understand right now.
What caused the radio to turn on?
We'll all probably be laughing about this in the morning, but for right now, everybody just stay put.
Encounter in a diner, the place, a remote corner of the Northeast. The search for an alien stranger continues in the Twilight Zone.
Where did the troopers go?
They went outside to take a look around one more time. The weather seems to be letting up. Say, Haley, that wasn't your joke, was it? I mean, that business about the radio starting up like that?
Are you kidding? I own this place. I like a practical joke just like anyone else. But why would I want to drive business away by pulling a crazy stunt like that?
Take me to your leader! Take me to your leader!
Find anything?
No, but we checked out the bridge.
Looks like it's holding up pretty well.
I know that bridge. And I, for one, don't trust it.
Well, we can all be grateful we don't have to depend on your judgment. If the bridge is passable, you'll drive us across.
Listen, miss, you may be used to order people around in Boston, but when it comes to the bus, I decide when the bridge is safe enough to cross.
What is this? What's going on? What's happening to the lights?
With this weather, we may be losing power. It goes out all the time around here. Every time we have a bad storm. Now, this is weird. I mean, this is just plain crazy.
Well, I wish whoever was messing with us would just lay their cards on the table right now.
Why doesn't someone do something? You're police, aren't you? Why don't you arrest someone? What's the point of us all being locked up like this?
My wife is right. Why aren't you trying to get us out of here?
And you're not. I feel as if we're all in a prison.
We can't arrest everyone, miss. We're doing our best to make sense of everything that's going on. And if something did come out of that pond and come in here, then the last thing I want to do is see that it gets away.
Well, that makes sense. But what if it's invisible and just playing cat and mouse with us?
That's childish nonsense.
It's as good an explanation as any. But what if the thing doesn't show itself? Then what do we do?
Yes, how about that?
Well, if somebody was to ask me...
Well, no one's asking you, and no one will.
Why don't you just leave him alone?
Well, who asked for your opinion?
Well, I wasn't aware that I had to sit around and wait for an invitation, but since you asked, what gives you the right to boss everyone else around?
Look, it's tough enough just sitting around here doing nothing.
All right, everybody stay ready. Sit down, sir. Yeah? So far? Alright. Thanks. The bridge is okay.
Well, it's about time. Shall we get going?
What do you think?
We've got no grounds to hold him.
You're making a big mistake, officer. Big mistake. You're letting the monster out.
That may well be, but we can't hold everybody on suspicion of being a monster. You can start boarding your passengers anytime.
Okay. Are they sure about that bridge? I don't like that sucker. It swings in the wind, and it's not a suspension.
That was our post dispatcher on the phone. The highway crew cleared the bridge as passable. We'll drive our cruiser across in front of you.
All right. You can pay your checks right over here, ladies and gentlemen. Godspeed and safe trip. Make sure you come back and see us again. That is, all but one of you.
I don't find that at all humorous.
Sorry about that. You had the chili, right? And that's $1.90. Okay, you had, what? 14 cups of coffee? No wonder you're so jumpy. That'll be $7.
Goodbye, officer.
Miss McConnell.
Well, I counted 7.
Bet you by the time we get to Boston, there'll be 17.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long?
Well, what did you do? Forget something? Get off the bus and come back?
I'll have a coffee.
Coffee coming up. I mean, you were on that bus, weren't you?
Oh, yes, I went out on that bus. And you know something? That bridge wasn't safe. It collapsed. The state police car, the bus, everything crashed right into the river. It was awful. No one got out.
Except you.
Except me. Just lucky, I guess.
But
But what?
But you're not even wet.
Wet? What's wet?
What do you mean, what's wet? You landed in the river, and your clothes are all dry.
Just an illusion, that's all. An illusion. Like that radio playing? That's an illusion. Or the telephone ringing?
of a magician?
Who, me? Hardly. Now, before you faint dead away, I ought to tell you that my name really isn't Ross, and I really wasn't going to Boston. No, I was sent as some sort of a advanced scout. You know, this coffee is wonderful. We haven't got a thing like this on Mars, which is incidentally where I come from. We're beginning to colonize, and my friends will be arriving shortly. I really think they're gonna like it here. Lovely area. So remote, so pleasant, so off the beaten track. Just a perfect place for a colony, don't you think, Miss Haley? Now, while we're waiting, how about a little of what you call music?
I don't mind. I have a little waiting to do myself. You see, Miss Ross, my name isn't Haley. And I do agree with you. This is an extraordinary place to colonize. We folks on Venus had the same idea. We got it several years ago. And I really think I ought to tell you now that your friends won't be coming. They've been intercepted. Oh, a colony is coming, but it's from Venus. And if you're still alive, I think you'll see how we differ.
Incident in a small diner, to be believed or disbelieved. However, if a sour-faced priss named Ross, or a good-natured cook who handles a spatula if she'd been born with one in her hand, if either of these two entities walks into your premises, you'd better hold their hands, all three of them. Check the color of their eyes, all three of them. For the ladies in question might try to pull you into the twilight zone.
Surviving on the streets. Look at me. I'm in tatters. I'm shattered. Shattered. Friends are so alarming, and my lover's never charming. Life's just like a good party on the street. Big out, pressure, left big bags.
Walk further up.
Oh yeah, not stop. Just keep
We
walking.
need to go more in, deeper in. Oh, because this is like we're just walking up the trail.
Yeah, that's gonna be some more.
Okay. So just keep walking. We don't even need to stop. There's no.
I can't believe I didn't knock my hat off once getting in.
Okay, and the cops come in, bell, the door jingles, and action. Action.
Why doesn't someone do something? You're
Too fast, cut. Action.
Why doesn't someone do something? You're cops. Why don't you arrest somebody?
Oh, you're not cops, you're police
Yeah, you're police officers.
Cut. Action.
Why doesn't someone do something? You're police officers, aren't you? Why don't you arrest somebody? locked up like this?
Locked up like this is one action.
Why doesn't someone do something? You're police, aren't you? Why don't you arrest someone? Why do you keep us all locked in like this?
Action.
On.
This is ridiculous. I can't remember.
Action.
Well, you can cross us off. My sister and me, we're two of the humans. No, sorry.
Cut.
Okay. You can cross
Take
us
two
off.
of the scene.
Okay, I'm good and ready.
Action.
Well, you can cross us off. My sister and me, we're together, and we're human.
Action.
And they came in here with us?
Cut. Let's do it one more time with the thing off. With the compressor off. Okay. Action.
And they came in here with us?
Cut. Action.
Till morning? I have a meeting in Boston at 9 a.m.
Then you better start walking, miss. Because that bus doesn't move until they fix the bridge. Or they could drop you a Harley.
So try to get as comfortable as possible and get a little hot food in there.
Oh, that's great. That's just fine, isn't it? Get comfortable and eat a little hot food. It's a precious little consolation for me missing my meeting in Boston. You know, this is a fine bus line you work for, isn't it? They care so much about their schedules, don't they?
I wouldn't be so critical, miss. The company has no control over the bridges, weather, or hillsides that decide to come down and block the road. If you want to blame someone, blame Mother Nature. Or better yet, next time rent a car.
Cut. Action.
Well, I can tell you this. There was no...
Cut. One more time. Action.
Well, I can tell you this. There was no one in here when we came here.
Oh, I didn't say action yet. Everybody ready? Action.
Check them for wings! Check them for wings! Look under their coats!
Do you have identification, sir?
Left it down in the pond in my spaceship.
Who won the World Series last year?
What is this? Some sort of a prolonged joke?
I get it! I get it! New York Yankees won it! Took 4 out of 7 for the Cincinnati Reds. Sharp boys. Real sharp boys. You didn't figure us Martians would know nothing about the great American pastime, did you? Huh?
Action.
But who noticed him? How do we know you're the same one driving the bus? Ain't no one been ruled out yet?
One more time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Here we go. Everybody ready?
Okay.
Action.
But who noticed him? How do we know you're the same one driving the bus, huh? Ain't no one been ruled out yet? That's for sure.
Cut.
Have you got an ID, miss?
Actually, I don't. I shipped it on ahead by mistake.
And what's your name, miss?
Marilyn McConnell. I'm a professional dancer.
Cut. Action.
Yes, how about that?
Somebody has something to say. Oh.
Bet you by the time we get to Boston, there'll be 17.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? Then we wouldn't have to wait so.
Cut. One more time, and don't clip off post. Bill, a little slower in other words. Bill, this is post. You don't emphasize that much, but
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bill, this is Post. Is everything okay up there? Don't rush the line.
Okay.
Action.
Bill, this is Post. Couldn't raise you at the car. Is everything okay up there? We just got word from the highway crew. They tested the bridge, and they say it's safe to cross. They're clearing it for travel.